Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over this Purple Mattress review. So this video is going to be particularly useful for individuals who are deciding whether or not to buy a Purple mattress for sleeping. And so I actually got to try it out at an Airbnb I was staying at for about a week. And I must say that it's definitely different from any other mattress that I've slept on before. But here are some things that you should be aware about before you actually go ahead and consider purchasing this. Now let's start off with the pros with the Purple mattress. You do get this unique gel grid technology that's supposed to keep you cool at night, and it has a really bouncy supportive feel to it. That's different from the memory foam, and the Airbnb host mentioned that guests always comment on how comfortable that bed is. But the downside is that it takes some getting used to because it feels completely different from traditional mattresses. And the price is pretty steep when I looked it up online for what you're getting. Now, the biggest cons of Purple mattress though is that although it's comfortable, once you adjust to it, you do have to get used to the weird bouncy feeling. And what I mean by that is that it's not like a memory foam that contours to your body. It's more like It's more like sleeping on a really firm, bouncy surface. Okay, so some nights I slept really well on it, and other nights I felt like I was sleeping on a trampoline. With Purple mattress though, I think the best sleep I got was really well above like 8 hours. So I got used to the feeling, but the first couple nights I'd say were just a little weird. Other things with the Purple mattress that I didn't like or don't like currently is that it's really heavy and difficult to move around. And so at the Airbnb, I just decided to try to lift it up and it's pretty heavy. In addition to that, I was reading that the gel grid material can feel cold when you first get in bed. And unlike memory foam that warms up with your body heat, the Purple mattress stays pretty cool, which some people love, but I found it to be jarring at first. Now with Purple mattress though, one thing to keep in mind is that you do have to take into account the price, which is like $1,000 to $2,000, depending on the size that you get. So you're paying a premium price for what essentially is like a marketing gimmicky. So essentially you're paying a premium price for what's essentially a marketing gimmick with fancy materials when you could probably get similar comfort from a much cheaper mattress in my opinion. Now with Purple mattress, there can be an adjustment period where your body gets used to the different feels. So my recommendation is that you really take advantage of their sleep trial, like actually going into a Purple mattress store before you actually decide to buy one. It took almost like a week of sleeping on it before I would actually decide to actually get one myself and decide whether or not I actually like it. Now, here are my 3 tips for people who are considering the Purple mattress. First tip is to take advantage of their sleep trial period because this mattress feels really different compared to any traditional mattress that I've used before. And I would have hated it if I only slept on it for one night, but after a week, I can see why people love it. Second tip is consider your sleeping position and temperature preferences because if you're a side sleeper who likes to sink into your mattress, Purple mattress might not be for you. And if you sleep hot, the cooling effect might be great, but if you sleep cold, it might be uncomfortable. And so I'm a back sleeper and I found it pretty supportive once I got used to it. Third tip is to compare it to other mattresses in the same price range because Purple is expensive and there are a lot of good alternatives for less money. I looked up the price after because there are a lot of good alternatives for less money. And I looked at the price after staying at the Airbnb and was shocked at how much it costs. My rule of thumb is that I'm trying not to pay over $800 for a mattress, but if it's worth it, it's worth it, right? But with Purple mattress though, I'd say it was an interesting experience and I can see why people really love it. The cooling effect is real and it does provide good support, and Purple mattress customer service seems pretty decent from what I've been talking with them through email so far. So with that being said, if you're considering Purple mattress, I'd say just test it out. You won't know until you actually try it out yourself. If you have a friend or family member who has the mattress, or if you can go into store, definitely check it out before you spend that much money on a mattress. But I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below.